your money masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Folks, this is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. We have the Dow down 6, Nasdaq's up 1, S&P's off 3. You get gold up 640, silver's up 68. We got light sweet crude up $1.11, trading at 99.24. Bonds are up 10. King dollar, they just can't get it down, up 24 ticks. Euro's down 7 ticks, and we have the yen down 13 ticks. And good old Johnny Paulson sold the third of his position.
Oh, baby.
He sold it.
Okay.
So check this out,
now, how much
folks.
did he sell last?
He sold. Check this out. It's pretty intense, man. And this is important to understand the context. So here, we're going to go through a few different things. He sold 11 million shares, folks. Okay. So he sold 1/3. Now this is a GLD.
Yeah.
Now, what's important to understand is this. The mantra, not what he's been pushing up, but watch this. This is really cool. This whole deal.
Now, part of that is potentially anticipation of withdrawals.
Well,
so he's got enough cash for
unfortunately,
that,
yeah. Unfortunately, it's big well, it's not. He claims there was only 8% withdrawals, right?
Okay.
The problem is that he's down 34% for the year, which is $10 billion.
Yeah.
So if he lost the money, you got to do something, right?
Right.
Now, the number I'm giving you, folks, goes like this. That 11 million shares was sold as of September 30th.
Yes.
But now check out what he's saying. Well, what his spokesman's saying, and this is where this is where folks' defense is so important to understand.
Yeah. So
he comes out this morning now, and he bought a 240,000 shares of Rango Resources.
Okay.
And then he bought an Eagle. He's going to get killed on an Eagle.
Okay.
Not a lot, but he bought some of it.
Yeah.
But check out what they said. This is wild. They said that, listen, he's still a bull in gold.
Yeah.
And he's changing the position into the futures market, and he thought that there's more profit inside the mining companies.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay.
No, watch this. Now, this is where this goes, folks, okay? And this is what's so cool. If you pay attention to about 6-7 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
I saw the PR machine start coming out, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know where the PR machine was coming from,
yeah,
right?
Right.
And it was no, the mining shares are ready to go now, okay?
Yeah.
They've been lagging forever.
Yeah.
Well, that was the PR machine.
Okay.
That's the other side of it. Okay. Now I can't prove it, folks, but I take it that's the other side of it.
Yeah.
That's how
put the
operators
pieces
move
together for sure.
Oh, that's how they move.
Yeah.
The next filing, we're going to see that Paulson owns 0 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's between him and BlackRock. You talking about giving it to the public? Oh, baby.
Yes.
Give it. Just push it out. It's absolutely amazing. It absolutely is just it's so far over the top. Now, let me show you something else. This is a trip in itself. I want to show you. So see, all the filings had to be in by last night, folks.
Yeah,
okay?
by midnight. Yeah.
So I'm going to bring up Bank of America, and I want to show you something, right? Now, we know that the two Bank of America and Citigroup are the two disasters out there, right?
Yes.
So check this out, folks.
Lord.
Citigroup is trying to hold up Bank of America.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. Citigroup bought 145 million shares. Yeah. Okay. So I was working on this last night, but it totally makes sense. Picture this. If Bank of America croaks, Citigroup's going to croak because they trade together.
Yeah.
And it's the smartest thing to do.
Goodness.
And when I pull this up, folks, what you have is that this is absolutely in Citigroup's portfolio. This is not in a fund. This isn't Citigroup.
Right.
This is Citigroup trying to hold up Bank of America. Is that a trip or what? That is so cool. It's just crazy.
They're taking our taxpayer dollars.
Well, yeah, they still owe the government big time. But that's the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big game, right? There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. These filings, there's a lot in these filings right now that you can glean quite a bit out of. I loved it when I pulled up that Citigroup.
I'll bet, yeah.
Folks, let me tell you something. We're at a time in the marketplace that you can learn so much.
Yes.
It's amazing.
I know.
Absolutely amazing.
I know. That's what I'm just really trying to always communicate to folks. There's never been a time like this where you've got access to so much information.
Right.
So much information.
Right.
To help you in your trading.
If you saw Larry Fink on TV, the head of BlackRock, folks, he was so scared this morning. I looked at him. I says, look at this, man. He's one of the biggest players out there, folks. Let me tell you something. They were asking him questions, and it was wild watching it. I'm saying to myself, man, he's making like everything's all right. He is absolutely paranoid beyond belief.
Yeah,
big time. Big time, man. And a couple of them he wouldn't answer. He wouldn't answer the Corzine one. Andrew asked him some great questions, man. And I can't talk about it right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And, good questions, really good questions. The bottom line is that, there's problems in paradise. And the problems, folks, if you're watching Tiger TV, I'm going to bring up the bonds right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The Italian bond.
Huge. And Spain. Spain, this isn't, we're talking about a full % in 2 days.
Yeah.
And France is on the move. Well, there goes France, okay?
Yeah.
So France is at 3.6 today, okay? France will be at 4 tomorrow. The Italian bond's at 6.9. The Spain is at 6.2.
Yeah.
You're talking about basically implosions in a big way. And what that is all about, folks, is that what they're going to absolutely have to do is break away. And the question is, how does the breakaway get done? Now, we're talking about the strength in the dollar, what it's doing to companies, right?
Yes.
Well, Tata Motors yesterday comes out with their numbers, right?
Okay, yeah.
Those numbers, they lost 4 billion rupees because the dollar went higher.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now a rupee's 50 to 1, okay? But the bottom line, it's still big money. But it gets heavier than that because what it is, folks, is that their loans are in U.S. dollars.
Yes.
Their history.
Yeah.
Anyone, if you have a loan that you have to pay back in U.S. dollars, and you're not bringing in U.S. dollars, you are toast.
Yeah.
Toast. Get the butter, get the jam, get the peanut, get the cream cheese, put it on top of it, and it's done.
Yeah. Well, the way the euro is trading, which is the biggest component, by far inside the U.S. dollar index, this thing is making an ABC down, a big one. Just even on just the shorter term
big time.
ABC, within a larger ABC, and what's amazing is it actually takes it back to about 128.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge.
Huge. Which is realistic, and you come back there and you say, it makes sense. It's a move on its next way down. I mean,
and that's not even unusual.
Right, that would be normal.
And we're going to see something unusual. That's not even unusual.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing.
Yeah.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
So we get the Tiger Metal Exchange Partner Program out.
Yeah, and had some really good enthusiasm last night.
Right.
Folks signing up for the program, and so we know that we've got a hit out there.
Right.
And it's just a matter of it's. I talk about the money tree.
Right.
And sometimes because there's always these metaphors or phrases, that typically hold people back. They don't even realize it's in your subconscious, about money doesn't grow on trees. And so that's why I've got this money tree, and I send it out to folks that call and ask me for it or send me an email. And but we've created a money tree with this partner program.
Yeah, no doubt.
Money does grow on trees.
No, it does.
It's just growing through your email system and your contact list, and it's easy. People just go over to TigerMetalExchange.com. They sign up under the partner program, and they're able to lock in, their clients if you will, their email addresses.
That's right.
And it's easy. It's easy. It's quick. It's beautiful.
Right. And words are so powerful. It's unbelievable. And I'm most of the time really careful about my words of what I put out. Right?
Yeah.
Particularly, folks, because what ends up happening if you put something out there, it comes to fruition pretty quickly.
Yes.
Well, last night,
right.
Angie and I, we love CSI, right?
Yeah.
We're watching CSI, and CSI is getting a little more nasty, folks. Okay. I don't like the Las Vegas one. Well, I don't mind it, but the Las Vegas one. Some of the gruesome murders, it gets a little too gruesome. Well, last night was a gruesome one. And I said to Angie, I says, oh, man, it's going to give us nightmares. And I never have a nightmare.
Oh no,
man,
kidding.
I had a nightmare.
Oh.
And I bring it up for the aspect that if I didn't say that earlier in the night, and it was filtering in and say, out, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. All right, so you got to focus on having this beautiful dream. We get that sail. Get that boat back up
sailboat.
there.
You got it, man.
Okay.
That's the name of the game.
We're going to switch that around.
Big time. It's that's what I said to Angie. As soon as I woke up, I says, why did I even say that? I says, I brought it right into me. Into me. Bang.
Did. Yeah, absolutely.
Unreal. Let's get a Scott in Colorado. Hey, Scott, what's going on?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yes, sir, in the Rocky Mountains.
That's a beautiful thing. There's nothing like the Rocky Mountains, man.
That's it, sir. I heard you last week talk about the derivative stuff that Bank of America pulled.
Yeah, well, they all have it, but Bank of America has $75 trillion, right?
Yeah, and I read a report this weekend that J.P. Morgan did the same thing.
Well, J.P. Morgan has even more than that, but they have money.
To the tune of $79 trillion.
Yeah, they have money, though.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if you could, kind of elaborate on what effect that may have, overall on the markets going forward.
Well, J.P. Morgan, if you're going to be, J.P. Morgan is the best bank out there. That's my take on it. I mean, Diamond knows how to run a bank. He didn't even need the money. He took the money. Do they have monster trades? Yes, but it's the strongest bank out there. If you're going to buy anything, I'd buy J.P. Morgan. Bank of America, I wouldn't touch with an 8,000-foot pole. I wouldn't touch Citigroup with an 8,000-foot pole. The last man standing is going to be J.P. Morgan.
Right. Now, is what Bank of America did going to affect the market overall?
Well, just so you understand, what we're talking about, folks, derivative positions. What happens, Scott, though, is that they all have derivative positions, and they're all monster derivative positions. The difference is, picture this. Picture that you are trading, if all of us are trading, and you're trading over your head, meaning as to how much cash you have versus what the trade is on. That's how MF Global went bankrupt. That's how you go bankrupt.
Right.
What you can do when you're trading, is what a J.P. Morgan's going to do, what a trader does is that they scale up, they scale down. And if you have the correct money management, you can manage positions and you can leverage positions, but you have to basically manage those positions. That's what J.P. Morgan is very good at. They make sure they don't go over their head, where Bank of America is absolutely over their head. There's no two ways about it, man. So there's a difference in the whole context of it. And who's ever on the other side of those Bank of America positions, that's correct. That is the biggest.
That's your exposure.
That's the exposure for all of us in the financial markets.
That's right.
Okay. With them switching it over to the taxpayer in the way that they did, will that?
Well, what happened is that the first derivative positions they switched over. The second ones that they're trying to switch over right now, that the FDIC is trying to stop them, and I suspect they will stop them.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And folks, what we have out here, right, is this. If you haven't seen the 60-minute piece, go look at it, okay? Because the revolution's going to start right here, right now. I mean, it is a fixed deck beyond belief. And, the bottom line is that the march should be on D.C. and on the congressmen and on the senators. Because it's absolutely a fixed deck, and we start right there. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay there, folks. We're coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Direction's alternative strategy funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit tfnn.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. See Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow off 28, NASDAQ off 6, S&P's off 2. And, folks, if you happen to be a subscriber to the Gold Report, next Tuesday is the 500th edition of the Gold Report. We're going to give away 5 ounces of silver. And if you're not a subscriber, folks, and you want to test drive it, well, if you come over and test drive it within the next week, you'll also be eligible to get the drawing of 5 ounces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign the first copy and the 500th copy.
That's so cool.
It's pretty wild reading that first copy, I'll tell you, man. It's just crazy. It was April 7th, 2002.
Oh, that's so great.
And you know what's wild? What I just said to you, what's really crazy here, folks, is this. At the first, get-go, first year and a half with gold, they always trying to keep hammering, just like they're trying to do with the dollar, and they can't hold it down. It's trading the exact same way. It's like crazy, man. It really is, It's wild. Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. What's going on, Rick?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I got some really good inside information here in this one gold company. You guys aren't congressmen, are you?
You know what?
We wish we were. Are you kidding? We give up our day job in a heartbeat.
We can make ourselves congressmen. We can do anything we want.
Oh. You know, it's quite funny because, well, it's not funny, but in Vancouver, we've had those, the big things they've had in New York. And it was big here too, and there's been, one lady OD'd and da-da-da-da-da. But
I don't know what you mean.
March on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is forget all that, because you're always going to have, there's obviously a lot of people there that are, there for the right reason.
Yes.
But boy, does that ever give credence that 60 Minutes thing you mentioned about, does that ever hit a nerve or what?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I wish they were watching television or listening to Tom as opposed to,
yes, it does.
Just Twittering each other.
Well, all they have to do is get their message together. My take on this whole deal, folks, is this. People know that something is wrong, and they're getting hit. What they don't know is that how the financial business works and how people are getting taken to the cleaners. And so they need, the message has to be massaged. And
right.
That's all that is. You can have total common sense and know that, hey, I'm getting taken, and that's what it is. And I don't...
Well, can you imagine just being their psyche of what's going on? For example, an infrastructure vote goes, and let's say you're a Democrat, and it's close. We're going to spend a lot of money, and then da-da-da-da-da, and then whether it's Pelosi or whoever, and they go, do you think we got enough votes? Yeah, we got enough votes. Okay, I'm going to buy that company, an infrastructure company, and bang, it gaps up in the morning, and you're in and out, right?
Hey, listen, no, there's no doubt about it, and I have a huge advantage that I grew up in South Boston. And, in South Boston, the bottom line is that you're either a politician, you're a gangster, or you get out. It's real simple. And so that's how it works, okay? Yeah. Now, there's always a story. Now, this is a great story, okay? Yeah. There's this story about one of the mayors, Mayor Curley, okay? And Mayor Curley, everyone loved him, okay? Yeah. Crook, though. Good crook in the 30s, right? And this is supposedly a true story. Yeah. So he brings his, coat to the cleaners, right? And the guy, the cleaner comes back and says, "Oh, hold it, here's so much money. There was so much money in the coat, right? Yeah. And it was an odd amount, meaning like $3,300 or something." He says to him, "Give me the rest of that money." He says, "I never took him $3,300. It's $5 grand, $4 grand, $8 grand." Okay.
That's too funny.
So unfortunately, now what has happened is that now that I suspect Boston, New York, Chicago, those big cities, that's how things have been. They've cleaned it up dramatically. But what has happened is that it's got more organized on a national scale, and it's got legalized. That's the problem. The soft money has legalized the whole extortion racket. Yeah. It's amazing.
The sad thing is that, as you were saying yesterday, you don't have to report. This is not reported for a full year. Right. So that's right. So disclosures, Rick, are so far out there that nobody's even paying attention to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Intel's the one I phoned about here.
Intel. Okay.
Now I think it's the October 4th date. It's like the spies. There's fumes down there when it took off. I think that's where we're going, but I think we're just going to test the highs right now on that. I don't know if you're even going to make it, but I see it at least coming back to about the 21.25 level.
Yeah, maybe 23. Intel's a good-looking shot.
It is.
It's an ABC up. So I suspect what will end up happening is that market pulls back. Yeah, it pulls back the other end of consolidation. But I wouldn't be going short Intel, man.
No, I'm not saying go short. No, but what I'm trying to say, Tom, volume is volume, and with all the rumors coming out of Europe, I think it was the 27th that day up there. There was some strong news that came out, and the market loved it, and it went up. And then the Wall Street Journal, remember that day, said, "Oh no, what they said isn't true." So what I'm trying to say is, everybody, it's not like it's hard to tell whether it's real or not because it was on phony news.
Everything is perception.
That's right.
That's what makes it a beautiful thing.
Tell you, the patterns of the markets will tell you what's really going on.
You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We'll come right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stock placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in the complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your Gold Report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got the market's flat. That's how it's shaping up out here. Let's go to Scott in Clearwater. Hey, Scott, what's going on?
Hey, Scott. Hey, this is Scott. How's everybody?
We're doing great, man.
Hey, I really enjoy your show and all the advice and counsel you guys provide us, and reading between the lines on stuff. My question is, a few weeks ago, hearing about all the turmoil in Europe, as well as Tom's comments about King Dollar. I put most everything in cash, about 2/3 cash.
Yes.
And Tom, you've been talking about the next gold market is in the real estate.
That's right.
Is that something like a REIT play would be a good move?
It depends what you want. The REITs, most of the REITs have already gone to the moon. The way that I'm going to trade the real estate market is a little bit different, and you'll hear about it next week. I've been working on it for about a year.
Okay. Well, my stuff is mostly in like 401ks or IRAs, so I can't really go out and purchase property. Is that something I'll hear about that I can maybe consider?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Do you have a question, time for a second question?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for your first question, listen in next week.
Okay, I will. I work VO, so I'm not always here, but I try to, when I'm at home, I give you guys a good listen.
Good.
We appreciate it, man.
Okay, so I've got this other money that's sitting in cash and mostly in a money market, and I was thinking, well, something to maybe get a little dividend play. I was thinking about the VIG. It's an ETF that plays dividends. Could you give me an entry point on that one?
What is this symbol?
VIG.
VIG.
It's an ETF, Vanguard ETF that's supposed to be dividend play.
The funds, the performance, dividend achieves the select funds. Let me see what they have inside here. Okay, so you got McDonald's. Oh, it's pretty cool. Yeah, look at this. So inside here, folks, who do you have is this? McDonald's is 5% of the position. IBM is 4%. Coca-Cola is 4%. Chevron, Pepsi, ConocoPhillips, ExxonMobil, Walmart. Yeah, that's a nice portfolio, man. That's certainly a nice portfolio. There's no doubt about that. I mean, if you're at $54, the bottom line, though, if you're going to step into this, I'd let this come back and test somewhere around $50. But there's definitely, you know, what do they throw off dividend-wise? Do you know?
You know, I thought it was around overall 3% or so.
That'd make sense. That'd make sense.
I mean, the other play is like an AT&T that plays 5%.
I know. Look at that. That's why I'm just bringing up Verizon right now. You know, I mean, if you're going to just go for the dividend, I'd let Verizon get back to like $35. That's throwing off a 5.5% dividend. The phone companies aren't going away. Ma Bell's throwing off almost a 5.9% dividend. Ma Bell's probably it. Ma Bell, you know, you're at 28.9, and yeah, 28.90 is, you know, well, you can maybe even come down to 27. Yeah. You know, I'd hold your cash. Something that you want to definitely wrap your head around, Scott, is this: every day that you hold cash, you're getting richer, whether you're getting interest or not. And this is what's so cool about understanding what happens when the dollar goes up, because you're going to be able to buy more. You can do nothing and buy more, and your principle's intact. Isn't it? I mean, it's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, well, that's why when you've been talking about King Dollar, I moved everything into cash, like I said, about 3 weeks ago, just waiting for, you know, a right entry point. So. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one.
All right. Bye.
You know, what's going to be really cool here is that across the country, across communities, right?
Yes.
People are going to, you know, and it really won't come in. Well, it's coming in every day, but when the dollar is pushing 89, the dollar's pushing pop, people say, oh, my God, hold it. I can buy more now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference, because what will end up happening is that they have done no trade, but yet
except what they're going to have to do, though, because as the correlation stays,
right?
Okay, and so many folks have got their money inside these mutual funds. Okay, they can lose a bunch of principal too.
Oh yeah.
So they got to really understand the money management piece of it. It takes some responsibility.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
because the market get killed as it goes up. No doubt.
Right.
You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien will come right back.
The gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I'm very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry, or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, as you come over to TFNN, don't forget, Go Long America. We have the Go Long America promotion going with Barnes & Noble. Your communities are out there. You're going to see there's 3 separate deals. And we
got the red, white, and blue. We got Orlando is in the lead.
Yeah, Orlando took San Francisco.
They did.
Right?
No, they took over San Francisco. We got Denver is leading in the red division, and Spokane in the blue division.
In the blue division.
Yeah.
And the way it works, folks, okay, you go out and buy the Out of Time of the Trade, your Ultimate Trading Mastery System at Barnes & Noble. When you buy it, it's like $20, and you'll still get 2 workshops that were worth $300. You know, if you're getting presents, go give someone a great education, folks. And at the end of December 31st, whatever cities are out there, Steve and I are going to come to your city and do a free workshop. You know, 3 separate workshops.
Yeah. Doesn't look like I'm going to see a Boston Bruins game.
I guess it's Denver's strong.
Oh, that's cool.
Denver's strong. There's no doubt about it. You know, they're.
Well, I know some folks are telling me they belong to some different investment clubs and so forth. So they're gonna, I hear a secretariat in the rear. I think there's some cities that are pulling up here.
I love it. That's wild. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we got out here. Okay, so if we look at the SPY first, the SPY, no action, 51 million shares. Oh, this is kind of interesting. 51 million shares and you haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Hold it. Let me see something here. This is pretty wild, actually, because you know what? That's a lot of volume, man, for an hour at 51 million shares. We've only done 159 yesterday. Yeah. I mean, let me see the Qs for a second. The Qs have nothing. Look at this. The Qs have nothing. And see, this is pushing into the highs. The Qs are trying to push into the highs.
Right.
Folks, there are absolutely no buyers. I mean, if you bulls are out there, man, you better get your horns on there and get through this thing right now. Because I'm telling you something, those bears are going to eat you alive. Look at this thing. This is sick. That's sick scene.
Yeah, no question.
Wow.
It's like we're talking. You know, where's the volume?
Yeah,
you
right.
know, and the money's sitting on the sidelines. We're pretty. You know, we've made a significant chunk through earnings season.
Yes.
A lot of the big folks have already come out with their numbers.
All they had to do is listen to 60 Minutes and know that, you know what, between the senators and everything else, folks, the bottom line, if you listen to that program, you know that you have to trade. Okay, and you don't just give you money somewhere.
for sure.
Okay, because it's insanity. I mean, because you get Pelosi and Boehner and the rest of them, they're just going to take your money. Whoever thought? It blows my mind. Whoever thought it's the congressmen that are going to take all your money, and congressman and congresswoman, and it's straight across the board. That's the thing that is just flat out. If you think things, if they're not all together, folks, they are. If that showed anything, they're all in one big tank, and that tank, folks, is the tank the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, you got Martha Stewart going to prison, right?
Right.
For her little deal or what have you.
Yeah.
But it's okay for our congressmen in the entire lot to be able to do what they do. I mean, it's just not right.
No, it's not.
It is so.
It's not.
Yeah.
Right. And the real question's going to be is that what I think this whole the whole brewing deal. Well, one of the keys are going to be, will people stop watching reality TVs and get on with reality of what's actually going on? And if they do, then we're going to have a shot to clean house.
Yeah.
And get some people in there that will do the job that they're supposed to do versus taking the money.
Yeah.
Well,
I tell you what, if you could disclose all of their trading, and all those transactions had to be, first of all, just simply outlawed.
Just make it the same law as everyone else.
That's right.
You make it the same law. Okay, if they're the lawmakers, you make a law for us, we'll make a law, same law.
Yeah.
It's simple. That's it. And I'd love to hear the argument against that. You know what I mean? Well, of course
there isn't an argument against it.
Of course there is.
That's the problem.
Because they're kings and queens, folks.
Oh,
That's
exactly.
the argument. They think they're back in England. Well, we got rid of England years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, but all you folks over in England, but we did, okay? The kings and queens are gone, okay?
There's only one king. It's the dollar.
King dollar.
What is amazing is with the market being so flat, again, just kind of like yesterday, part of the disconnect when we were doing the show,
right.
The dollar was up, the markets were pretty much, they were down a little bit, but nothing where they should have been.
No, nothing heavy.
But then later in the day, it kind of got back to equilibrium, if you will.
Right.
So,
well, right now, if I bring this dollar up, my take is that we're building cause to get a nice acceleration up here. DXZ, let's see this for a second. Okay, so... And the reason I'm saying that is you can see we just had someone just came in, folks, with 1,500 contracts at the high. They're going to come in again.
Yeah.
That's if you're watching Tiger TV, what you're seeing here, folks, is the volume's down the bottom. Of course, this is one sweet ABC up, and it's a monster. Well, it's a monster. It's 2 pennies, but that's a monster in the dollar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you can see right now we have volume at the 78.14 level. We're at 78.04, and it's just going to be a matter of when they come back in to blow it over this 78.19 level at the highs. Yeah. And you get it over it. What you'll get out of it, well, actually, it's only a penny ABC up. It's a penny.
But you're on the shorter time frame. You're on the 10-minute time frame.
Yes, exactly.
The real bigger ABC that's out there, and there's a couple of them. It takes us to the $80.
Right.
And I know there's a larger one that's out there too.
And
gets us to the top of it. That's really the one. So between 80 and 81.
Yes. Oh, let's go over to Apple. Apple, good old Apple.
Yeah.
So that's a counter trend bounce on Apple. Apple's going to set up now. This is sad. In the aspect of, imagine Steve Jobs been there forever. He passes away, and I mean.
There's something bigger, in my opinion. There's something bigger going on inside Apple.
Well,
that's what the chart is saying.
Yeah, and this morning it came out. Now Android has over 50% of the market.
Okay, well
Android's only been out there a year? Give me a break. And what that's all about, folks, is that it's free for all these phone companies. So that makes a huge difference. But it looks like Apple's setting up a small ABC, and that's going to be a problem. Well, it's not going to be a problem. It just means
it wants to get to the bottom. That's all.
Yeah,
it wants to get to the bottom, which will put so much pressure on the Qs.
Yeah.
Huge. You start to get Apple down to that 354 range. There'll be nothing wrong with it. I mean, actually, if you wanted to buy Apple, that's what you're looking for.
Hey, listen. I'm an Apple freak now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking down there.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, folks, you stay right there. Steve's going to be coming right back with you. And then we're going to Chicago to Thinkorswim headquarters with Victor Jones. Over to Sherman Oaks, California with our man Ken Shreve, 3 to 4. I'm back here, 4 to 6. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Steve's going to be coming right back with you.
See you in a few minutes.
As Tom says, go long, America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to thefrontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister Mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Steve Rhodes as he teaches techniques on technical analysis using pattern recognition, celestial charting, Fibonacci, and other tools, as well as money management while reaching for those trading and investing profits. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes, up next on TFNN.
Be a little ahead of yourself.
That's okay. You know, time not only flies, we make it fly faster.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, unbelievable. It's really wild.
You know, the yen is, is kind of interesting because I was trading last night and looked like there was a little bit of intervention just on the 5-minute chart. All of a sudden, there was, one big punch up right around 9:45.
Look at that chart.
Just a short-term chart, but then it backed off.
Yeah.
I need to update it right now. I don't know. I'm having a problem with my feed or what have you. But on the daily chart, it is, it's showing that it wants to pull back all the way to the 0.786 area right now. No pattern inside there, but I'll take that pullback.
Right. No, absolutely.
On the daily chart, there's no pattern. It's just right now been pretty much a straight.
Right.
Now we were in the trade. I had my clients in this trade.
I know.
And we got into it the day before or 2 days before.
Listen, man, it was amazing.
So that was nice. And then when we got to this, we took a little bit off the table.
Okay.
I think the first trading session.
Okay.
Took like maybe about a third. We took the rest of it off as soon as we had this bearish engulfing up here.
Okay.
I just said, this thing is going to pull back.
Right.
Which is nice. And just looking for another. And I was watching that sub 618 area, all day yesterday, thinking, maybe we'll come back in, but it just wasn't there. The candles weren't there.
What's cool? So cool about any trade, but the currencies in particular. Once they start trending, they really like trending. A currency, folks, trends in a big way. I mean, the $121 trended all the way down to 70 before it changed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, 7 years. 7-year trend. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
And when you always hear folks that the dollar's at lows, the dollar's not at lows. I love hearing things that factually
well,
not
when you
true.
just pull up the chart,
Yeah, it's 2007. That was the low of the dollar.
That's right.
I think it's 2008. We're 2011.
That's right.
11. This whole thing is just amazing how time goes on. And, there's no doubt it's accelerating. So make sure you understand yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now?
Yeah. It's all about being present.
And I'm glad we're doing this. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And I'm glad you're out there with us, folks, because we enjoy what we do, and we couldn't do it without all you Tigers and Tigresses out there. So we really do appreciate the support. And you know what's so cool? It's just understanding every day. And I know I always do this, but I woke up in the morning, I said, I am so glad I'm in this business. Because, you know why? You learn so much else about life.
Oh, you do.
You learn so much else about life.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I like taking, what was cool was this morning on the way here, one of my clients called from Australia. So, and then the drive-in.
On the phone?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What time was it in Australia? It must have been like...
It was midnight.
I love it.
So he was calling. Okay. It was like at 12:30 or so.
Okay.
In fact, we got talking. I wasn't even paying attention while I was driving.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to take the long route to get into the office.
Exactly.
Yeah, which was...
Along the beach, probably. Exactly.
Which was pretty cool. And, but it's just so cool to be able to have that type of interaction.
Yes.
And he's trading currency, and he's got the newsletter.
Perfect.
And he wanted to start trading, futures, and so we're talking about, his success that he's having in currency and the time that he's actually up. When he's trading currency, when he's coming home from work, it's when London is opening.
Right.
So it's a lot of activity. Have you? When he was trying to trade the futures contracts, it's being pushed around.
Right.
And so he was saying he wasn't having as much luck, and I started to go through the time frames. I said, well, here's the reason that you're not having as much luck. You need to start trading it between this time and this time when you've got the liquidity in there.
That's right.
Otherwise it's just a whole nother mindset.
Big time. And folks, don't forget, you can test drive Steve's newsletter, full month, 30-day money-back guarantee. It's an outstanding newsletter. Let me tell you something, folks. You want this week's newsletter. So get over there, test drive it.
But it's so cool to have that kind of interaction with all of our...
Oh, it's amazing.
With all of our clients. It's so cool.
It's amazing.
So cool.
Well, there goes that music again. Listen, folks, this time I will be in another desk.
That's right.
Steve's going to be coming right back with you. And then, of course, we're going to Think or Swim with our man Victor Jones, Ken Shreve, and back here with myself, 4 to 6. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.